Hey guys, do you want to hear a joke? The Alpine Formula 1 team. That's the joke. My goodness me, what is going on? I was just having a nice, quiet evening, chilling out. It's been a beautiful day here in the UK. I was just watching the Champions League football, and all of a sudden, I get a notification come through from Alpine Formula 1 team. Oh, what could this be? A little press release. Is it Franco Colapinto being in the car for Imola? And we'll get on to that, don't worry. But no, it's Oliver Oakes. He has apparently resigned, in inverted commas, from his position as team principal. He's not resigned, but I'll explain a bit more with that. But he's officially resigned from his post as the Alpine Formula 1 team principal. He was only installed partway through last season. He's been in the position for less than a year, I think, something like. It's not been a long time. I know he came in last year at some point. So to see him go like this, completely out of the blue, there's been no rumours about him leaving at all, and then gone. So what's happened here? What's the story behind this? Well, let me just read out the press release here. Extremely short, by the way. Alpine not saying much about this guy. And by the way, for those that don't know, team principals are the people that are kind of the face of the Formula 1 team. They're one of the most important staff members in your team. You know, aside from the drivers and like maybe a chief executive or somebody like that, the team principal is one of the most important staff members. So to literally only write, 5 sentences in total about this guy, short sentences as well, kind of speaks to things not ending on the best of terms. Let me just see what they've said here. So, BT Alpine Formula 1 team announces that Oliver Oakes has resigned from his role as team principal. The team has accepted his resignation with immediate effect. As of today, Flavio Briatore will continue as executive advisor and will also be covering the duties previously performed by Oliver Oakes. The team would also like to thank Oliver for his efforts since he joined last summer. It's not even a year yet. Not even been a year yet. And for his contribution in helping the team secure 6th place in the 2024 Constructors' Championship. The team will not be making any further comment. That just screams of things ending very badly. So what's happened here? Well, there's been a lot of rumours throughout this entire season about Franco Colapinto coming and replacing Jack Doohan. Those rumours kind of quietened. They kind of went on the back burner. The hot rumour at the start of the season was that Doohan has signed a 6-race deal with Alpine, and he will do 5 races in 2025 because he did 1 race in 2024. The 5th round of this season was Saudi Arabia. There was a 2-week gap between Saudi and Miami. I thought that they were going to announce at some point through that Colapinto was going to be in the car for Miami. That didn't happen. Doohan competed in Miami. He had an absolute shocker of a weekend. Interestingly as well to note that this was also a weekend where he criticised the team. I think for the first time since he joined Alpine, he publicly criticised the team. And rightfully so, in my opinion. The team were incompetent, as they usually are at Alpine. Don't worry, I got 1 or 2 things to say about these dudes. But you know, the whole releasing him and Pierre Gasly at the same time during sprint qualifying. Yeah, it was sprint qualifying, and basically meaning that Jack Doohan couldn't get to the line in time to do another lap, to actually do a good qualifying time. He publicly said that the team made a mistake and they should do better, basically. And I think that probably was the straw that broke the camel's back, because we all know that Flavio Briatore is somebody who does not tolerate dissent, that does not tolerate anybody undermining his authority. And this, by the way, I have no proof for any of what I'm about to say, right? This is my speculation. This is what I think has happened. I am not saying it did happen, but this is what I think happened and led to this series of events. You guys can disagree with it. You can say it's hearsay, whatever, right? But the fact is that Oliver Oakes has been sacked here. He's not resigned. He's been told, you need to get out of this team. I am not having this. That's basically what Flavio probably said to him. And we see this all the time with managers in football, for example, where they will, they'll say, oh, they've left by mutual consent. They've terminated their contract by mutual consent. No, they've not. You're doing that to save face. You've sacked them, It's simple as that. And that's what's happened with Oliver Oakes here, in my opinion. And let me just stress my opinion. This is just my opinion here. But yeah, so what probably would have happened after that was Flavio would have been rather annoyed about Jack Doohan actually criticised the team and then basically saying, right, you're out. we're getting rid of you. Colapinto's ready now. You know, you're no longer praising the team. We want to get rid of you. And the thing is, Flavio Briatore is the actual manager of Jack Doohan. He is his agent, effectively, so he can do that. But he doesn't have the authority to do it from the Alpine side of things. Oliver Oakes does, as the team principal. Now, Oliver Oakes has actually been praising Jack Doohan quite a bit, as you would expect from your team principal, particularly when your driver is under pressure. You support them. We see it with Christian Horner. He's always defending Max Verstappen. We see it with Zach Brown. He's always defending Lando Norris. We see it with Frederic Vasseur. He's always defending Lewis Hamilton, etc., etc. There is nothing wrong with that. That is part of your role as the leader of the team principal, to encourage and nurture your talent to make sure they do as good as possible. Oliver Oakes was doing that with Jack Doohan. He was saying, despite all the noise that's around him, he's doing a very good job. He's getting on with things. He's a rookie. Give him time. I think that Oliver Oakes was not probably happy about Doohan being effectively sacked at that point and demoted back to reserve driver. So, therefore, Briatore took that as a challenge to his authority and said, "You're out the door, mate. Au revoir. Arrivederci. Don't come back. Don't let the door hit you on the backside." That is my opinion about what has happened here, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if that's happened. I mean, Alpine are just a mess, man. They're losing their own engine supply. They're going to go for Mercedes power next year, which might be a good thing from a performance point of view, but from a PR point of view, it's a terrible indictment of, the French national team in Formula One to abandon their engine project and effectively throw all these people away in the Virya-Châtillon plant. It's not a good look. So I would fully expect for the next round at Imola, Franco Colapinto to be announced as the full-time Alpine Formula 1 driver for the remainder of the season, because I believe that is probably what has happened, and that is why this power struggle has happened. They've had a disagreement, and Flavio, being the typically fiery Italian temperament, on steroids, not literally, but you know what I mean. He's the extreme of that example, really, when it comes to it. But yeah, so that's what's happened in my opinion. I have no proof for it, but the fact remains is that Oliver Oakes, of course, is gone as team principal. And Alpine are looking for a new team principal. Who the hell is going to go to Alpine at this rate? The average life expectancy of or job security expectancy of their team principals is about the same as a Japanese kamikaze pilot in the Second World War. It's absolutely embarrassing. Honestly, it's shocking. I can't believe they're doing this. But then again, I can as well, because it's Alpine. In the words of, I can't remember who it was, but one of the children in Home Alone, you are what the French call les incompetents. You're not very good at what you're doing, Alpine. So, yeah, that is... That's just my opinion. What's yours? Let us know in the comments. I mean, I've got Alpine blue on here. I've got Napoli blue on. Maybe I should have seen that as a sign, that something was going to happen with the blue team today in Formula 1. But my goodness me, what a shocker. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Who's going to take over as team principal? Is Colapinto going to be in the cart for the next race? And do you agree with my theory? I want to hear what you have to say it as well. I mean, people might have surprised about Flavio Briatore and his antics, but people who've been watching Formula 1 for as long as I have, we know what Flav is like. Leopards do not change their spots, and Flavio Briatore is always going to be Flavio Briatore. He is never going to change. So why am I even surprised? I shouldn't be, but I just am.